So I have completely been unable to fit in a sit-down podcast this week, and I'm unlikely to manage one until probably the beginning of November. So I thought I would try and fit in a little kind of workday vlog instead. Today is the last day of term for my boys. They break up for half term today, literally, like it's Friday today, and tomorrow is the first day of their school holidays. We get 2 weeks of October holidays here in Scotland, and then they're back at school for a week, and it's Glasgow, and it's the end of October, and in all that time I've still got to get all of October prepped, no, all of Glasgow prepped. I've got to get all of the advents packaged and shipped. I've got to get all of the charity advents packaged and shipped. And I've also got to dye all my clubs, which won't be shipping out until the first week of November because of the chaos. So yeah, sitting down and recording a podcast is just not going to happen during that time. But I thought a little studio vlog where I kind of take you with me as I kind of work through my day then might be quite good. I might share a few podcasty bits as well. I've got kind of a finished object to share. I'll have a little chat about some new cast-ons that are coming up and things like that. Yeah, I hope that's all right. I don't want to disappear off the face of YouTube, but I just can't fit in a sit-down podcast. So yeah. We are going away next week. Well, me and the boys are going away next week. The October holidays are always a real pain because my husband works for the university, he's a university lecturer. And his reading week, so his week in the autumn term where there's no teaching, never lines up with the kids' school holidays. So he can't take time off during the October holidays, which is always a bit of a shame. But for the last 3 years, we've had a little October holiday where we book a cottage in the Lake District with my parents, and I take the boys and we have a week in the Lake District with my parents, which has been lovely actually. It's a nice holiday. They get to see Nana and Grandad, which they love. I obviously get to see my parents and we get away for a little while. It works quite well. If you're relatively new and you don't know, my parents, and in fact Tom's parents as well, live in Cornwall. And we live in Scotland. So it's a fair trek. It's kind of 2 days worth of travel really with the kids, which is not something that I can do on my own. I can't drive that far on my own with the kids. So getting down to Cornwall just isn't practical. We flew, the first week lived in Scotland, I flew the boys down. We had to fly to Bristol, but it's still a 4-hour drive from Bristol to my parents' house. So it's just, yeah, they had to come and pick us up, and that meant my dad had to drive 8 hours, and yeah, it's just not practical. Whereas the Lake District is about a 4-hour drive for me, something like that. And although it's longer for my parents, they're both retired, they don't mind travelling, so they're happy to take a couple of days about it and meet us there. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It will be nice to get away. And I'm going to take my camera with me. And I can't remember whether I did, I'll have to look back and see. If I did vlogs of the previous Lake District ones, I know I've done a couple of years, I think I've done vlogs of it, then I will pop up some little cards, I think I can do that link you to the videos, or just put them at the end of the video. So you can see those. But I've done them before. I call them my vlog-a-days, which is kind of where I vlog a holiday. And what I tend to do is I'll record various bits of footage throughout the week, and then I'll put them together into one video at the end of the week, kind of. So it probably won't come up until the second week, so it's mid-October. But that's kind of my plan. I don't know how much of it will be me talking to the camera, or whether what I might do is just record various bits of our days out, and things like that. And then when I come to edit it, I might come back in with a bit of a voiceover and explain kind of where we are and what we were doing and things like that. Because that means I still get to enjoy my holiday, but I also get to record stuff and put it out, and you get to enjoy my holiday as well. I don't know, maybe something like that. But yeah, I am going to cast the Stephen West Mystery Knit-Along on while I'm on holiday, so I'll be able to share that with you. I'm also casting on a sample for the shop as well, and I'm hoping I will just have a week, which will be really nice, where I can't really work, apart from getting the samples done, apart from knitting, which is such a hardship. I won't really be able to work that much, so that'll be nice. This is turning into a proper sit-down chat, isn't it? I need to set a timer actually. I've not set a timer. I've got yarn heating up in the oven. Sorry, my camera's doing all kinds of weird focusing things because I'm moving around so much. I've got yarn heating up in the oven. Let me just set a timer. There we go. I'm dyeing the 100-gram skeins for the advent calendars today, so I can't share those with you because obviously they're a mystery, which is a bit annoying because if I'd recorded this yesterday I was dyeing yarn for Glasgow, so I could have shared that with you, but didn't really think that through properly, did I? But I am also winding stripes, so I can share those with you, and I will share a little finished object later on, as I said, and some bits and pieces, but for now I should really get on with some work. I was going to say, talking of the charity advents, you see that pile of boxes up there? I'm really conscious that I've got advent stuff around my office that I can't show you, but I have looked around. That lot of boxes up there is all, see if it'll focus on it rather than me, that is all charity advents. I have also got a box down here, a massive great plastic box filled with charity advents. Oh, those boxes in there are charity advents. My office is pretty much full of charity advents. I'm still waiting on a couple to arrive, but I know they're kind of in the works. So hopefully they will get packaged up and shipped out by the end of October on plan. I don't know, words are failing me today. Oh, can you tell I don't want to start winding stripes? I need to do it though.
Recall when we were young, running from all things at once, without thinking twice. And I knew it would catch up, and that we would be the ones left behind. The stories I've been told, they never seem to leave my mind. This road that I am on, I gotta stay here for some time. Time is gone and I grew up. I somehow made it through without losing sight. And I still wonder where you are, and if you found a way out from the dark. The stories I've been told, they never seem to leave my mind. And this road that I am on, I gotta stay here for some time. Bruises, they come and they go, and we have to try and keep up, 'cause this life's so much more.
Wow, the day got away from me. Apologies if there is background noise. I have got the kids home, and I've also got next door's little girl round playing with Jasper. She's in the same class as Jasper, and they are best friends. Like, they are inseparable. It is very cute and very sweet. But yeah, they're causing lots of noise in my lounge. But I wanted to show you the stripes because I've now got one, at least, of every colourway that I'm taking to Glasgow skeined up. Skeined up, balled up. So we have got Chaotic Cauldron, which I took to Glasgow last year. It's one of my Halloween colourways. So it has a thick black stripe, and then it's got 4 thin stripes of kind of, there's 2 sort of oranges, the green and the purple. I've got Poinsettia, which is a Christmas colourway, which I wasn't going to bring, but then I ended up over warping for some reason. So I thought, well, I might as well dye up the skeins I've warped. So yeah, that's Poinsettia. We've got a new, very, very bright. It's very different from my stripes, I have to say. This is my Autumn Leaves colourway, although I haven't quite given it a name. I'm not sure whether it's going to be called Autumn Leaves or Falling Leaves or Changing Leaves. I don't know. You've got 2 greens, a yellow, an orange and a red. So it's kind of like an autumn rainbow almost. That might make a colourway name. I don't know yet. Any ideas? Let me know. Then we've got this one, which is, I'm going to call this mycelium. This is kind of inspired by a photograph of mushrooms, but you've got 3 pinks and 2 greys. I love this colour. In fact, I've actually grabbed a 50-gram skein of this colour, and I'm going to cast on a Musselburgh hat by Isolde Teague. I'm not sure if 50 grams will get me the full hat, but I figure I can always just finish it off with a semi-solid, which will just be tucked inside anyway, so no one will notice. But yeah, I love that one. And then this one, which I've only actually got in 50 grams at the moment, is my Witch's Brew colourway, which again is another kind of Halloween one, but it's not overtly Halloween. You've got kind of 2 greens, 2 kind of tealy blues, and then a purple stripe in that one. And oh yeah, no, and this one, I was going to say there's another one. I'm sure there's another one. This one, which does not have a name yet. It desperately needs a name. At the moment, I'm calling it Pastel Odd, which it can't be, because the stripes are odd stripes and it's pastel colours. So this is a bit like my Midnight Sparks colourway, but with, you get a light grey, and then you've got 3 little skinny stripes, but it goes light grey colour, light grey colour, light grey colour. But I really love this one. I love how this one's come out. But yeah, that one needs a name. Oh, right. The house is quiet again. Arthur has goalie training for football on a Friday. And so I've just dropped him off. And very nicely, Jasper and Zoe have now gone next door, so that I didn't have to take Jasper with me while I dropped Arthur off. So they're playing over there now, which means my house is empty and quiet again. So this vlog has not really turned into much of a workday vlog, but I've got a few other things that I wanted to share with you anyway. In fact, I've just remembered one of them, which, can I reach it? I think so. So it's kind of going to be like a mini vloggy podcast kind of thing, I think. Yeah, it's a video. I had a couple of finished objects that I thought I would share now rather than saving them until I do a proper podcast, because as I said, that's going to be a little while. But first of all, there's one that you've seen already, although I haven't actually trimmed the ends off, and that is my Adama Cowl, because I finally blocked it. And it's grown a little bit. It's still not quite how I'd kind of anticipated it being. I think it's partly my fault. I should have gone up a needle size because I am a loose knitter. So I probably should have gone up a needle size. But it's fine. It will be cozy under a coat, and I do love the colours. So yeah, there we go. One Adama Cowl, all finished and blocked. I may even take it on holiday with me to wear. I think it might be quite a good one for that. And then the other thing, oh, I can't get it out of my hair is driving me mad today. The other thing I have finished is my gnome, my adventure gnome, who strangely still has a stitch marker on him for some reason. He is all finished, and here he is. Do you know, I absolutely love this gnome. So this is the most recent mystery knit along from Imagined Landscapes, Sarah Shearer. And it was very much a choose your own adventure, or choose your gnome adventure. That's what the pattern was called. And I've loved looking through the threads and seeing all the different gnomes that have come out of it, because there were multiple hat options. There are multiple size options. She gives information for doing it with different weights of yarn. There are multiple body options. There are multiple beard options. There are multiple nose options. There are also, I think, multiple hand options. So no two people's gnomes look the same. But this is mine. So I went with a striped body, but just simple stripes. I went with a single colour beard with the kind of tasselled ends. I went with the giant bulbous nose because I love that. How fun is the giant bulbous nose? And then I went with stripes. I went with arms with little stripes on them, but instead of doing the stripe the same colour as the body, I did the stripe the same colour as the hat. I think that was kind of different to the colourways, like the colours she recommended. I can't quite remember, but anyway, I'm really pleased with my little turquoise stripe on the sleeve there. So yeah, he's really cute. He is big. I'm very glad I went for the medium size, but I did use 2 strands of fingering weight held together, so it's kind of basically a DK weight. But I did do the medium size. I'm very glad I didn't go for the large size because he's already considerably bigger than my other gnomes. But I'm going to pop him. He's been sat in my office actually for the last, I don't know, well, since I finished him really. But I think I am going to go and pop him with the rest of the gnomes to join his gnome family. I was saying earlier, I think I was saying earlier that I'm starting the M Cowl, the Stephen West Mystery Knit Along, the twists and turns. So I've got all my yarn caked up and in a bag ready. This is a bag from Emma at Eldenwood Craft. I think Tom bought me this for my birthday, or Tom of the boys bought me this for my birthday or for Christmas last year maybe. I can't remember. It was certainly a gift. And I have my colours in here. So I am using these 3 colours. I'm not sure the lighting is very good at the moment. It's like, I don't know what time it is, 4:45, something like that. And I haven't actually got the lights on in here. But I've got Dusk. These are all my yarns. So this is Dusk, which is one of my regular colourways. It's a very subtly speckled colour. If my camera will focus, you can see there it's got kind of some pinky colours. I mean, actually the speckles are in the same dye as the base colour, but obviously they come out slightly different when you speckle with them versus when you use them as a liquid to dye up the semi-solid. I'm then using Slate, which is a semi-solid, just a dark grey semi-solid. This has never been in the shop, actually. It's one of those colourways that I dyed up based on one of my self-striping colours, based on the Devotion self-striping colours. And it's come to shows with me, but I've never actually got round to kind of putting it in the shop. But it will go in at some point. And then I'm also using Eeyore as well, which is kind of a light grey with pink and blue speckles. This is a slightly lighter skein of Eeyore, so the grey is slightly lighter than normal because I attempted to recreate it in a batch of 4 instead of a batch of 2 and it didn't quite go to plan. It's all right, but it's not 100%. But yeah, so they are my 3 colours. These are my kind of main 2 colours, and then this is my kind of pop colour. I think they're going to work quite nicely together. I'm excited to kind of get it cast on and get started. I have seen the first clue. I skipped to the end of his video to kind of see how the first clue looked. So I'm excited to get it started with the 2 main colours. But that will have to wait until I'm on holiday because I'm not going to get a chance to do that in the next... Well, we leave tomorrow, but I'm not going to have a chance to do that tonight. But I do need to sort out stitch markers and needles and all of that kind of stuff tonight. I need to actually sit down at some point today and decide on what I'm taking with me knitting-wise, basically. I also have a whole host of yarny goodness that has arrived in the last few weeks since I last recorded a podcast. And I thought about kind of putting it aside and saving it to the next podcast, but I don't know. The next podcast is going to be after Glasgow, which means I'm probably going to have even more yarny goodness. A couple of these are, well, one of these is a swap, one of these is a gift, and then I've also purchased a little bit of yarn as well. So I'm going to share them now. I'm part of a group of indie dyers on a Discord chat, Just a lovely group of dyers, and we organised a special super secret yarn swap. And my swap package arrived, and mine was from Brandy, who is Long Dog Yarn in America, and she has been doing a Lord of the Rings yarn club this year, one club to rule them all. And she sent me 2 skeins of her Lord of the Rings yarn club. I mean, first of all, I mean, the first thing is, like, please focus, because these yarn labels need to be seen. It's not going to focus because it's all sparkly and shiny. Come on, focus on the yarn label. There we go. Oh, I'm not sure. Maybe. I don't know how well that's showing up. But she's got these metallic yarn labels with all of the kind of elven script around them. And then it says, one club to rule them all. Aren't they beautiful yarn labels? So this colourway is the White Wizard, which is beautiful. And then she also sent me this one, which is Helm's Deep, the Battle of Helm's Deep. And don't they go together beautifully? Absolutely stunning. So I am putting these 2 together in some kind of shawl, I think. A 2-coloured shawl that has kind of quite high contrast kind of stripes. That's what I want. Something like that, where these 2 colours can work together really nicely and the contrast will show off really nicely. Absolutely gorgeous. So that was really nice. She also popped a few other little bits in. I've got a wonderful little New Mexico tea towel. You can never have too many tea towels. As well as some stitch markers that she sent as well, which are really cute. They're all little wooden socks. They're all little wooden socks, little different wooden sock designs. They're super, super cute. And also she sent some chili as well, like chili flakes, which we will definitely be using. I'm quite excited to try those out. And then I received a lovely, lovely gift from a podcast viewer. So thank you very much. You know who you are. I won't name you in case you don't want to be named. But she sent me an absolutely lovely little gift, including some gorgeous yarn. This is just my colours. I love this kind of blue, turquoisey blue. Come on, camera. I need to have a play with the settings because it used to be fine and now all of a sudden it's decided it's going to stop focusing when I want it to. Gorgeous kind of turquoisey with speckles, and this is from Moseley Park Yarns, who is an Australian dyer. Absolutely gorgeous. And she also sent a braid of fibre, which is beautiful. And this is from Kathy's Fibres, and it's absolutely stunning. It is Australian Merino and the colourway is Ocean. And isn't that beautiful? I went last weekend, I went down to Celie McWheely, Katie Celie McWheely's shop and her spin-in session that she runs once a month. I took my e-spinner with me and sat and spun yarn for the whole day, and it was lovely. And it's really kind of sparked my enthusiasm for carrying on my spinning. So that's really good. So I'm really excited to have more fibre to spin. She also included a lovely little project bag and some little pretty little stitch markers as well. I'm not sure that's going to focus. They're beautiful. So thank you very much for that gift. She also included a whole host of chocolate and treats and goodies like that, some of which are in the cupboard, some of which have already been devoured. The boys were very excited to get their chocolates as well. And then I purchased a little bit of yarn too. First of all, I purchased these 2 lovely skeins from Laura at The Lonely Knitter. She has just released a Hocus Pocus yarn collection for Halloween. And these are 2 of the colourways. So this one is upside down. Unfaithful Lover, Long Since Dead. There we go. It's absolutely beautiful. Look at those speckles. I love it. I couldn't resist. And this is on, I think this is on what's known as the Luxe base by a lot of people. It's a 75-25, but it's like a, It's like a half twist, if that makes sense. I don't know if you can quite see it. I've got a kilo of this, which I keep meaning to have a go dyeing. So it's not a high twist, but it's also not like the standard merino nylon. It's the same yardage, the same meterage as the standard merino nylon, but it's got like this little twist to it. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous base. I really like it. I'm really tempted to dye it up. It's just one of those complications of, do I have to replace my base or add a new base, or I don't know, but it's a lovely base. And then I also got this one, which is Sarah Sanderson. Now, I have to make an admission, which I know will shock a lot of people, but I have never seen Hocus Pocus. I don't know why. We were never much of a Disney family growing up, so a lot of those kind of Disney things passed me by. Yeah, I've never seen it. I'm pretty sure I have it on DVD, and it's also available on Disney Plus. But I will definitely have to rectify that this Halloween. But yeah, these colours are absolutely gorgeous. And then I also treated myself to a sock set from Castleview Yarns. Jen was celebrating her 3rd shop birthday, and she dyed up this gorgeous colour, which is called 3. And she was doing it as sock sets, and I saw her thing. I've been kind of ignoring it. That's not the right word, but I've been kind of I kept seeing it posted, and I was like, oh, that's gorgeous. It's really beautiful, really pretty. And then she posted like a pre-orders are closing, and she caught me at just the right time when I was like, yeah, no, I'm buying it. I'm getting it. It's mine. So I did order that, but it is stunning, and I'm so excited. And she popped it in with her charity advent minis. So that worked really nicely as well. But there we go. Yeah, I've had a little bit of a splurge on some yarn, and I've had a couple of lovely gifts, and it's felt very nice in a very, very busy month. Right. Anyway, there we go. I don't quite know what this video will be. I need to sit down and edit it now. I'm hoping I'll get that done before kids get home and dinner has to happen. But I hope you've enjoyed it. I just wanted to get something in the way of a video out there. So although I didn't share a lot of kind of my work day, I've shared a few little bits and pieces, I think. I'll find out when I start editing the footage. And I will take my camera away with me next week. So I will try and get some little bits of footage and stuff of our holiday, and I'll compile that into some kind of Vlogadays video as well. And then hopefully I'll try and get a couple more kind of workday vlogs recorded. Maybe we'll see how it goes in the lead up to Glasgow, but I will definitely be back after Glasgow for a full sit-down podcast. If you've got this far, then let me know how you're getting on if you're joining in our Halloween make-along for the podcast, because yeah, I want to know, and I feel very guilty that I've set up this Halloween make-along and then stopped podcasting for most of October. Yeah, when when I should be sharing it and talking about it. But I am going to have a little look in the Ravelry thread again this evening, and I've seen things pop up on Instagram, and I've been really enjoying seeing those, and I'm definitely taking my Halloween socks with me on holiday so I can knit on those for a little bit as well. Right, I really should go instead of rambling and chatting, but I will see you very soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.